When difficulties and troubles come, we start forgetting the presence of Jesus in our lives. In today's gospel, we hear that the disciples along with Jesus are in a boat and crossing to the other side. Suddenly, there is a storm and the disciples are terrified. Jesus was in the stern, asleep on the cushion, we are told, and they woke him up and said to him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" He woke up and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, "Peace, be still." Then the wind ceased and there was a dead calm. He said to them, "Why are you afraid? Have you still no faith?" Dear friends, he said to the disciples, "Why are you afraid? Have you still no faith?" I think here the passage speaks more about the sleeping faith of the disciples than Jesus sleeping in the boat. When the disciples saw the turmoil in the sea, when they saw the storm rising, they forgot that Jesus was there with them. They had witnessed the miracles of Jesus. They had seen the evil spirits obeying his commands and leaving the possessed. They had seen the power of Jesus working in the lives of many sick people. However, here when they see the storm, they are afraid. That's why Jesus asks them, "Why are you afraid? Have you still no faith?" Why were they afraid? When they saw the storm, they were overtaken by that, while forgetting Jesus, the all-powerful Lord who was present with them. Their attention was more on the storms than the presence of Jesus. In other words, we can say they failed miserably to trust in the presence of Jesus who was with them. Dear friends, we too come across similar situations in our lives. When difficulties and troubles come, we start forgetting the presence of Jesus in our lives. When some sickness comes in our life, in our family or in our community, we start thinking that God is fast asleep. Even during this pandemic, many of us had the same question, where is God? What is He doing? When we lose some loved one, when we fail in our lives, when we lose our job, when we face financial problems in our families, we feel helpless and disappointed and start questioning the presence of God in our lives. We start putting this question in front of Him if He really cares for us, if He is awake to see our situations. However, very often we fail to see whether our faith in Him is awake, whether we always believe in His mighty presence. Sometimes God may seem to be passive, but let us not forget He is always with us. Have trust and confidence in Him and call out to Him even in the midst of storms in the form of sickness, helplessness, disappointment, and discouragement.